Hey everybody, this is Tommy D. This is our third installment and hopefully our last for going over the Beehive Content Manager. So, we just went over the content. As you see, we're making our Eskimos Are Awesome article. Hopefully yours will be a little more relevant to the community than this, but, you know, I'm sure I can trust your judgment. So, highlight image. You can also do text. If you do text, it can be something like, hello, important phone number is XXX, XX, XXX. And that'll show up in the corner as just where an image would be. If you've seen Beehive stories, you might have seen it before. So we'll take a look at how this looks like in just a minute. So, related links internal. This is really neat. Actually, all you have to do is start typing in something. Like if I'd start typing in Kansas City, it'll find me a bunch of Kansas City stories. So this is a great way. I always like to start with some of the internal Beehive articles and the internal resources that people can find certain things at. So we'll throw GDT preparation in Kansas City, and this is going to show up on the right sidebar. External links. Basically, you just put the URL there, and this is going to include, HTTP. It's got a bunch saved already here, but we'll just put in something like, puppies.com. And the title, and that's just, we don't want it to show up as puppies.com. We want to say, important puppies site. So if you look down here, a lot of this stuff you don't necessarily have to mess with unless you really want to. If you don't want it to show the page title automatically, you can take that off. Or if you're like doing a big video, you can hide the sidebars. But we want the sidebars on right now. So some of these things you just have to kind of mess with and get a feel for. And this is kind of an important one. Pages content can be promoted to. So if you don't have many stories yet on your Beehive, you might want to look up the local highlights. And if you do that, it'll show up on the local highlights page, and it's just sort of where people can be like, hey, there's a lot of Kansas City stuff here. And you can also just find any part of the site, like, since we're doing like a college one, we're going to do college, and that'll be going to college, and you can promote it. And the weight is basically the higher your weight, the more priority it's going to be on your list. So if you do like a 25 weight, it's going to be like the first thing that shows up when you go to the going to college section or the school section, or really whatever you want to do. File attachment's kind of neat. If you want to choose like a PDF or something, maybe you're doing an article about food stamps. You find like the food stamp article, and you would choose a file. And yeah, you might choose something like the cover letter or anything like that. And then it would show up here, and then you could just see how it shows. So we've done a bunch of stuff. Since this is a test, we're going to say that we do not want to have it published. And you can mess with certain things here, like you can say that people can't do comments, or you can schedule it to publish on a certain day. Maybe if you have like an event or something that you're doing. URL path setting is kind of neat. If you want to be a custom thing, like I want it to be kcbeehive.org/puppies, you can do that here. So we're gonna save this, and we're just gonna see how our story looks. And it's gonna look kind of rough, but that's kind of what happens when you write a Beehive story about Eskimos and puppies. So as you see, here's our title: Eskimos Are Awesome. Here's our highlight text. It could also be an image. Important phone number is. Here's the content body. And here are the related links. Also some neat stuff. The Beehive has a resource locator, and that's just automatic. Comes on right away. And as you see, this is our title long. So we've all learned how to do a Beehive story. So I look forward to seeing what you can make. This is Tommy D, signing off.